Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Fred Moline, board certified nurse practitioner. And today, I'm here to speak about, you know, to give a little introduction about being a board certified nurse practitioner. So I've been a nurse practitioner for 2 years, um, going on to my third year. And I want to kind of explain how it was. It's been a little hassle. It does require groundwork. Um, what I've realized that they never talk to us about. It's easy to look on Indeed and all these websites and be informed that you will make a lot of money. I'm not saying you can't make a lot of money because this industry you can make a lot of money. Sky's the limit. But if you're a person that needs looking for securement, pretty much having family, and you want to make sure you have, W-2s, insurance, and stuff like that, trying to get those jobs are a bit challenging because some places, when they do hire psych MPs, they don't hire a lot of them because, the demand is not as high. And that's what it is. But they do have platforms and other outpatient resources that requires psych MP that you can look into, such as growth therapy that you see here on the website, growth therapy, and they do require 2 years of experience. Some 1 year, but 2 years of experience. Um, I think in my second year, last year, I got in touch with growth therapy and I wanted to, pretty much build my own practice. That's always been my idea, to have my own practice, to be, sit home, see patients virtually and prescribe medications. And they have a lot of platforms that does the same way, like such as Headway, Done, and I think other. Not saying it's not known, but it's not as big as Better Help and stuff like that. But you have Better Help, Growth Therapy, Done, and other platforms. But I like these platforms because it's more of a head start in building your empire and wanting to know how to build your empire, and this is a good place to start. And what I mean by that is that, when you do have a business, it requires a lot of marketing from you. And especially, if you're not a person that have that much time, you kind of want to like build your practice while not focusing more on marketing, but focusing on the product, and the product is talk therapy and medication. If you're a psych MP, and you want to focus on that, and to try to get patients to come back. Getting patients is one thing, but getting them to come back is another. And that's really where you get money. You want your patients to come back. You want to treat them right, and you want them to keep coming back for you for help. Depression, anxiety, and whatever they suffer takes time. So if you're a great provider, then you're gonna get a lot of clients. But this business, these platforms, I like them personally. Is a struggle because it requires a bit of, hard work. But when you get the niche and when you find out what you have to do and you start getting patients to roll in, then the sky's the limit. Then it's only up from there because you start to see what you have to do, and you're getting patients. Understand insurance plays a big role of the referral and getting a lot of patients, and you do have providers and therapists that refer their patients to you that need medication. Um, I think that has been. Let me go back. So the wake up call that I've realized is that some places like the hospital and other places that have psych, it's challenging to get those jobs because everybody want them because of the benefits, and if they have, you don't got to worry about 1099. It's more of W-2s, and sometimes you have union that protect you, and when you're working with platforms like this, you don't have union. You're really your own entity at this point, where you have to protect yourself. You get malpractice insurance is pretty much you. You have to understand how the business works. You have to go out there and understand, such as medications, insurance, prior authorizations, understanding these, or if you're trying to practice in multiple states, you have to understand the requirements in each state because every state is different. Because you don't want anything to happen that can prevent you from making money because this is what you want to do. You want to make money. You want to take care of your family. You went to school for 2 to 3 years. You're not trying to mess that up. So but why I say don't be scared of that is because it only helps you, especially if you, because yeah, you're making $200 or 120 per client, but the sky is the limit. You're able to make as much as you want, but you want to know, you want to be efficient at what you do. You just don't want to do it because of the money. And I think a lot of people that's going into school want to do it for the money. Like, wow, so you can make a lot of money, but it's not really like that. It's pretty much, it requires a lot of groundwork and it requires a lot of efficiency and perfectionist for you to get this business to scale up to where you want it to be. And I've met providers and spoke to providers that made over 250K a year, 300,000 a year, which is good money, especially in this economy. And also, it's however much you pay to go to school to get your PsychNP, you can make double that doing this, but it does require, understanding this line of business because we're coming into that part of our reality where virtual is really the thing now. And, a lot of businesses are moving in this virtual aspect. So I have this growth therapy in my background now as you're seeing it now to pretty much show you how it is and how easy it is, to maneuver. This would be the platform that people will go to that needs help. They will go into growth therapy, based on their insurance, their location. So they can be from Alabama to Wyoming, insurance, sky's the limit to the insurance and stuff like that, depending on states. Some states are different. They do accept Medicaid and Medicare. Needs, like, so based on these skills, a lot of people have specialties where they do anxiety, depression, coping, ADHD. Your main big ones are going to be anxiety, depression, coping, ADHD, self-esteem, trauma, bipolar are your major ones. Somewhat of addiction, some depending on that would be more of medication management, such as your subs, but pretty much depression, anxiety is really where all your patients will come to growth therapy seeking help in. So, they have different providers, they have therapists, they have prescribers, and it's pretty much you book your appointments and you see someone virtually. But yeah, I like this. I like this platform, and I do see patients myself. Currently, do see patients. I started this when I did start. It was kind of a slow start for me. I ended up giving up. I'm not gonna lie. I ended up giving up because I wasn't getting the results, and I was like, man, it requires so much work. But they say, if you don't work, you don't get no money. So you got to put in the work. And I end up coming back, and I end up telling myself I want to be consistent, just stick to it. And since then, I started with 5 patients, stopped, came back, and now I'm at almost 20. Yeah, it may not be, oh wow, but these include new intakes and reoccurring patients. So I'm doing well. My goal for next year is to get over 100, which I know I will get. But I just want to be transparent with you guys that this is possible and you're able to make this type of money too. And see patients, it is a struggle, but I always tell people to be consistent, especially when you have your own business. When you're running your own business, it's never easy. The first year, you never make money, but it's just a consistency that in 2 to 3 years, you end up making all that money, but you just got to be consistent and don't quit. And I've learned that if I didn't quit before, I would have probably been seeing more than 18, 20 patients. I've probably been at 40 or 50, but I quit, and that's just life. But, it's possible and you can make money. You know, everybody needs help. Not every therapist is for a client. Some clients might have a prescriber and they're not cool. They don't have a good relationship, and you might be that person. So it's money to be made in this field, and it's clients that really need our help. I do see patients, currently seeing patients. You know, I'm open 2025 for new intakes, new referrals. Later this year, I just got enrolled into Blue Cross Blue Shield, so I'm happy for that. So I am taking patients that have Florida Blue, and I'm happy. So this video wasn't the best. You know, I'm learning how to speak, you know, in front of camera. You know, it's kind of challenging when you first start, but I know that if I stay consistent, I will be able to get over that and be able to give you better content. But this is just, you know, it's the beginning. But thank you again for staying tuned. You probably cut the video off before I was finished, but it's cool. But again, it is possible. Thank you.